Hi, I'm Martin.
Hi, I'm Sean, and today we're here to answer some questions around stay versus go.
Hi, Sean and Martin. Can you clarify what you mean by stay versus go?
It's an interesting question at the moment. It seems to be changing somewhat in our world, in that traditionally the stay versus go is a relatively straightforward, is an organisation staying put and changing the space, or are they relocating?
Especially since after COVID, I think that a lot of businesses will have changed their shape, if you like.
Yeah.
And so the real estate needs to kind of respond to that in some way. Can the existing real estate adapt?
Yes.
What's the opportunities? What are the pros and cons? Or, by contrast, is it actually just better that we look at somewhere which is completely more appropriate for the new, if you like, shape of the business?
I agree. I think the opportunities in the go part of this question are all around reshaping cultural, behavioural, different uses of technology in the workspace, all of those things. It becomes a much broader opportunity for redefining what the future workspace looks like. And I think that's where, for us, the stay versus go is. Hi, Martin and Sean. What sort of things determine whether you should stay or go?
I mean, the first thing I would say is that it needs to be captured in some kind of analysis or questionnaire or survey that not just gives you some data, but also is a way and a means to involve people's employees. So going out and engaging with your staff as the first phase of this question answering piece, I think is really important, and bringing people along that journey with you.
I agree, and I think if I summarise that, there's kind of three key elements in that. There's the capturing of information, data. There's analysing that data.
Yeah.
And then there's the engagement piece. And I think, well, I know, as we've done it with so many of our clients, once we get those three elements together in one, then we're really getting into the cultural aspects of an organisation, and that culture's the thing that underpins.
Yeah, I mean, we like drawing stuff, and you know, the end result I feel is always great. It's always attractive. You know, it's always fit for purpose. It's always useful. But I think it's more and more important these days to have some sort of foundation before all that sort of thing happens. And if you can grab the staff as well and get their views and opinions, then that helps any kind of resistance to change later on. People want to be listened to, they want to be engaged, they want to feel part of what is going to be the place they spend a lot of time in. Hi, Sean and Martin. Is moving office always the best option? We want to make some big organisational changes, but will our space still work for us? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks.
Double part question. I think, actually, let's start from a position of, answering the first part, is moving always the best option? No, is the short answer to that, really. I think with any project, we have to be objective in the outcome. We are incredibly neutral in what the outcome is, because for us it's about what's the best solution, not just for the organisation, but for the people within the organisation.
Yeah.
Of course, my bias is the user experience.
Yeah.
So coming back, I think it's a no. I mean, there are a number of examples. You mentioned one earlier. You know, when we look at the commute, and sometimes if personal movement to and from the office is too much for a group of employees for a multitude of reasons, then one would argue, well, it's a stay policy that you should work for, because that would, if we went down the go route, we potentially run the risk of a lot of instability.
It's got to be about consultation, right?
Absolutely.
It's about talking maybe to the core team, maybe to the stakeholders, maybe to the staff, and people coming back to work want to be part of the reason they come back to work. It's got to be done with them, not to them.
Yeah. Hi, Sean and Martin. What one piece of advice would you give to a client going through the stay versus go scenario?
I'd probably say that there is no right or wrong in the initial stages of this, debate. sometimes you can make either one or work. It's just a question of finding out which stacks up with the best value, the most relevance for the organisation.
I think for me, it's consider the user experience. So consider what the environment is going to be like for your people. What do we really want them to experience in the workplace? And I think that's it. It's that question.
Yeah. So I think
it unlocks a lot.
People coming to talk to us and verbalising what they think, what they know, what they need, where they think they're at. Someone like you could probably show them examples and experiences of other people, and that's kind of like above the parapet kind of a conversation. Yeah. What have other people experienced on their journey, and how that might reflect on them and give them some ideas.